Now Vikramaditya II was the son of Vijayaditya. He ruled from 734 AD to 745 AD. Now he defeated the Pallava king, thus putting off the continuing hostilities. With his conquest, he took possession of the musical instruments, banner, elephants, rubies, which belonged to the Pallavas. He destroyed the power of Cholas also, and Cheras and Pandyas. तो ये विक्रमादित्य टू जो था ये इनका एक फेमस किंग था. देन कीर्तिवर्मन. Now the son of Vikramaditya II, Kirtivarman II, succeeded to reign for the next 11 years. He was the last of glorious rulers of Chalukyas. For the next 50 years, the Chalukya power was totally eclipsed by the Rashtrakutas. अब ये राष्ट्रकूटास थे ये खुद चालुक्यास के feudatories थे. So Danti Durga, one of the important rulers of Rashtrakuta dynasty, defeated Kirtivarman II to gain control of Chalukyas once and for all. The subsequent attempt by Kirtivarman II to regain control was futile. The Rashtrakutas remained the supreme power for the next 2 centuries until the same was destroyed by the later Western Chalukyas of Kalyani. तो see how यानी कैसे था ये देखो. See, Deccan area में Satavahanas थे. Satavahanas were succeeded by Chalukyas. Okay, Chalukyas were succeeded by Rashtrakutas. एंड राष्ट्रकूटास वर अगेन सक्सीडेड बाय चालुक्यास. फिर से तो ये जो बाद में चालुक्यास आए दे वर कॉल्ड चालुक्यास ऑफ कल्याणी. ठीक है. सो दे रीसरफेस्ड, दे रीसरेक्टेड देमसेल्व्स. तो लेकिन बीच में एक 200 साल का गैप आ गया उसमें, 150 साल का. ओके. नाउ लेटर वेस्टर्न चालुक्यास के बारे में. सो द फाउंडर ऑफ द लेटर वेस्टर्न चालुक्यास वाज तैला or Tailapa II. Now he consolidated his realm with the help of earlier Chalukya family and with the help of Kadambas and recovered much of the lost territories of earlier Chalukyas. तो वैसे तो इसका जो पीरियड है वो मेडिवल इंडिया में आता है, लेकिन फिर भी हम अब चालुक्यास कर ही रहे तो इसको हम कर लेते हैं. Now Kadambas were rewarded with the ruling of Banavasi and Goa. Now Taila was succeeded by his son Satya Sraya. Satya Sraya won a victory against Raja Raj Chola, who had invaded Satya Sraya's region. Now Raja Raja's territories were conquered by him. Now the successors of Satya Sraya were Dasavarman, Vikramaditya V, Jaisimha I, and Jagde Kamala. Now Jaisimha repelled invasions from the north and the southern invasions from the Chola king Rajendra. Now he moved his capital from Malkhed to Kalyani in Bidar. Then Jagade Kamala is stated to have defeated Bhoja, the ruler of Malwa Confederacy, and the Chedi kings. So Chalukyan temples के बारे में अगर हम करें तो Chalukyan temples can be classified into rock cut halls and structural temples. Now, some exquisite sculptured monuments have been excavated at Aihole, Badami, Patadakkal, and Mahakuta. So, Aihole, often termed as is basically Aihole जो है ये जगह महाराष्ट्र में आती है, ये कोंकण एरिया में नहीं, ये कर्नाटक में आती है कोस्टल एरिया में. तो इट इज नोन एज क्रेडल ऑफ इंडियन आर्किटेक्चर, क्योंकि यहीं से जो बेसिकली रॉक कट नहीं, जो स्टोन टेम्पल कंस्ट्रक्शन की जो शुरुआत है वो इस जगह से हुई है. एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट इज आल्सो कॉल्ड द क्रेडल ऑफ इंडियन आर्किटेक्चर. नाउ बादामी आर्किटेक्चर स्टाइल इज कॉल्ड एज वसारा स्टाइल एंड द चालुक्य स्टाइल. तो 3 टाइप के स्टाइल्स होते थे, वसारा, विमान, नगर स्टाइल, ऐसे टेम्पल्स के स्टाइल्स होते थे. वो सब आर्ट एंड कल्चर में तुमको डिटेल में करना है. नाउ द चालुक्य स्टाइल mainly originated in Aihole and Badami and was perfected in Patadakkal and Mahakuta. So see, these are some examples of Chalukyan architecture, that is Chalukyan temples. तो ये विरूपक्ष टेम्पल की फोटो है और ये भी 2 इंपॉर्टेंट टेम्पल्स हैं, उनके नाम नहीं लिखे यहाँ. तो इस टाइप के टेम्पल्स चालुक्यास ने बनाए थे. अभी कितने साल पहले, यानी ऑलमोस्ट 1200-1300 साल पहले कंस्ट्रक्ट हुआ, ऑलमोस्ट 1500 साल पहले, फिर भी वो अभी तक इंटैक्ट है. और वो कोई बहुत ज्यादा चेंज नहीं हुए होंगे, ऐसे ही होंगे जब वो बने थे तब, क्योंकि वो प्रॉपर स्टोन के है। See how beautifully carved they are, quite ornate, strong. Okay, so now we come to the Pallavas. तो अब ये पल्लवास चालुक्यास के ही कंटेम्पोररी थे, लेकिन आंध्र प्रदेश साइड में अब इनके भी कई इंपॉर्टेंट किंग्स आके गए, और इन्होंने भी टेम्पल बिल्डिंग एक्टिविटी साउथ इंडिया में जो है उसमें काफी इंपॉर्टेंट कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया है। और द पल्लवा डायनेस्टी वाज अ medieval South Indian dynasty that existed between 6th and 9th century AD, ruling a portion of what is today southern India. Now, the origin of Pallavas remains obscure. Now, the early kings of the race are said to have ruled from Kanchipuram as their political headquarters, and that is why they are also called Pallavas of Kanchi. Now, they extended their territories as far as northern part of Andhra. In the south, the Pallava kingdom extended as far as the river Kaveri. तो अगर तुमको याद होगा, हमने जब पहले एक पार्ट में किया था संगम ईच, तो उसमें इट वाज द पल्लवास हु डिस्ट्रॉयड द पावर ऑफ चोलास and also Pandyas. Now, the Prakrit copper plates assignable on paleographic grounds to the period 230 to 350 AD mention the names of Pallava kings who probably ruled about the beginning of 4th century AD. तो बिगनिंग ऑफ 4th century AD में ही अगर तुमको याद होगा वो चोलास के किंगडम्स खत्म हुए थे. Now, historian Vincent Arthur Smith presented a balanced view regarding the origin of Pallavas. Now, they gained prominence after the eclipse of Satvahana dynasty, from the Pallavas served as whom the Pallavas served as feudatories. तो अब उस एरिया में एक और feudatory थे इश्वाकुस, वो भी ट्राइबल ओरिजिन के थे. So they had succeeded and they were finally defeated by the Pallavas. Now they gained prominence after the eclipse of Satvahana dynasty, whom the Pallavas served as feudatories. Now the Pallavas were the first well-known dynasty in the history of South India after the fall of Satvahanas. Now their origin is shrouded in mystery. According to some scholars, they came from the north and were of Brahminical origin. But most of the scholars think that the Pallavas were the original settlers of South India. So that means they were not Brahmins. A A distinct feature of Pallava dynasty was a perennial war with the Chalukyas in the earlier part of the Rashtrakuta, in the earlier part and with the Rashtrakutas in the later part of the rule of the Pallava Empire. Now, the earliest Pallava king referred to in the North Indian record was Vishnu Gopa of Kachi, who was captured and then liberated by Samudragupta. The history of the dynasty became more definite from the reign of Simhavanshu, who came to the throne in the second half of the 6th century. Okay. तो ये देखो, ये पल्लवा टेरिटरी थी 645 AD में. और उनकी कैपिटल थी कांची. So that is why they are called Pallavas of Kanchi.
सर
Yeah.
सर ये तो चालुक्य से ओवरलैप हो रहा है ना ये?
हाँ तो अरे तो ओवरलैप होता रहता था ना वो. अभी
अच्छा,
एग्जैक्ट पीरियड तुम नहीं बता सकते ना. कोई वॉर्स में ये इतना एरिया कैप्चर कर लिया, फिर दोबारा उसने कैप्चर कर लिया. हमने अभी तो किया ना चालुक्यन किंगडम को के कई सारे, जैसे पुलाकेशिन 2 के बाद पुलाकेशिन 2 वाज डिफीटेड बाय दिस किंग पल्लवा किंग, देन हिज टेरिटरीज वर कैप्चर्ड बाय वन ऑफ हिज रिकैप्चर्ड बाय वन ऑफ हिज डिसेंडेंट्स. तो ये तब का मैप होगा जब उन्होंने चालुक्यन टेरिटरीज को लिया था. ओके. So शिवा Askananda Varman, कितना बड़ा नाम है, was perhaps the greatest among the early Pallava rulers who ruled probably in the beginning of the 4th century AD. Now, the Pallava rulers ruled over the modern Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. Now, the contemporary Gangas and Kadamba rulers acknowledged the suzerainty of Pallavas. The growth and development of Pallava history becomes more definite from the second half of the 6th century AD. Now, one ruler, Simhavarman, ascended to the throne in 575 AD. He was a Buddhist. Now, he defeated his contemporary Tamil ruler. Now, Ceylon was also included in his kingdom. And Mahendra Varman, जिसका reign था 600 to 630 AD. Now, this reign also coincides with the reign of हर्षवर्धन एंड पुलाकेशिन टू. तो इसी ने महेंद्र वर्मन ने ही तो पुलाकेशिन टू को हराया जिस बैटल में उसकी डेथ हुई. Now, Mahendra Varman, the successor of Shiva Vansan, was the great ruler. Now, he was also a poet, musician, and a builder of temples. So, Mahendra Varman fought against the ambitious Chalukya ruler Pulakeshin II. The Ehol inscription gives a vivid picture of the conflict between Chalukyas and the Pallavas, which lasted for generations. Now, Narsimha Varman Mahamalla was the successor of Mahendra Varman. He was the greatest of the Pallava rulers. Narsimha Varman, ये देखो पल्लवास में तुमको दो मेन नाम याद रखने, एक तो महेंद्र वर्मन और ये नरसिम्हा वर्मन. Now, it was during his reign in about 640 AD that Hyun visited the Pallava kingdom. तो अगर तुमको याद होगा ह्यूनसांग इंडिया आया था हर्षवर्धन के टाइम पे, तो साउथ इंडिया भी गया था. तो जब साउथ इंडिया गया था तो वहां पर पल्लवा किंगडम का किंग जो था दैट वाज नरसिम्हा वर्मन. And Hyunsang has mentioned his name also in his book and also some things about his kingdom. Now he gives an interesting description of Pallavas and their people. Now, according to him, there were several monasteries and Buddhist temples. Now, people were living happily and there was an abundance of agricultural products. So, according to Hyunsang's account, so Buddhism was still surviving and, in fact, doing quite well in South India in the 7th century AD, at least till 650 or 700. तो उसके बाद फिर बुद्धिज्म का डिक्लाइन होना शुरू हुआ. Now, Narasimha Varman successfully sent a naval expedition to Ceylon to reinstate the Sinhalese prince Manavarma. He beautified the port of Mahamallapuram. He conquered Vatapi, the Chalukyan capital, in 642 AD. Then Mahendra Varman II succeeded to the throne after Narasimha Varman and ruled from 668 to 670 AD and 2 साल. Now, he was succeeded by his son Parmeshwar Varman. He ruled from 670 to 695. Then during his reign, the Pallavas got a setback from the Chalukyas. The Pallava capital Kanchi was occupied by the Chalukyas. Then Parmeshwara Varman was succeeded by his son Narasimha Varman, again another Narasimha Varman, and he was a follower of Shiva. Now Dandini, the famous Sanskrit scholar was in his court. The next important ruler of the dynasty was Nandi Varman. Now he fought against Pandyas and the Rashtrakutas. Now तब तक Rashtrakutas prominence में आ गए थे जब तक पल्लवास का लास्ट रूलर था, और इधर पांड्या किंगडम भी तमिलनाडु में शुरू हो गया था. Now life under the Pallavas. So the social structure under the Pallavas was based on Aryan culture. The Dharma Sutras were recognized as authoritative texts. तो धर्म सूत्रास में कौन क्या क्या आ गया, तुम्हारी मनुस्मृति आ गई, नारद स्मृति, और एक और है. So a large number of inscriptions of the Pallavas refer to their contribution to different aspects of culture. The Pallavas were Orthodox Hindus. Most of them were the followers of Lord Vishnu and Shiva. Now the University of Kanchi played an important role in the propagation of Aryan culture in South India. जैसे नॉर्थ इंडिया में नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी थी, और बाद में पालास के टाइम पे एक और फेमस यूनिवर्सिटी आई, धर्मपाल ने बनाई थी वो, पाला किंगडम ने, दैट वाज विक्रमशिला यूनिवर्सिटी. दैट वाज अगेन आल्सो फॉर बुद्धिस्ट लर्निंग्स. तो ऐसी साउथ इंडिया में एक कांची की यूनिवर्सिटी थी जो पल्लवास के अंडर में आई, एंड दैट वाज बेसिकली फॉर द स्प्रेड ऑफ आर्यन कल्चर यानी वैदिक रिलीजन. Now, Vatsyayana, the famous scholar who flourished during the Pallavas, was an Acharya of Kanchi University. The literary developments during the Pallavas was remarkable. The Pallava kings patronized scholars and learning. The Vaishnava and Shaiva literatures developed during this age. The classic literature of Sanskrit and Tamil were given royal patronage. Dandini and Vatsyayan, the two erudite scholars, were flourishing during the Pallavas. The Pallava king Mahendravarman wrote Maktavilas in Sanskrit. Now, Pallava rulers were great patrons of art and architecture. The Pallava style of art and architecture varied with the taste of the rulers. The Pallava architectural style consists of Mahendra style, then Mamalla style, Rajasima and नोदी वर्मन स्टाइल, अपराजिता स्टाइल, ये सब अलग अलग स्टाइल्स के है जो अलग अलग किंग्स के नाम से एसोसिएटेड है और उन्होंने अपनी नई स्टाइल में टेम्पल बिल्डिंग एक्टिविटी की. सो साउथ इंडिया के जो कई सारे फेमस टेम्पल्स है अभी भी जो टूरिस्ट अट्रैक्शंस है वो पल्लवा डायनेस्टी के टाइम पे बने और फिर बाकी के राष्ट्रकूटास के टाइम पे. So Pallavas and Rashtrakutas majorly contributed to temple building activity in South India and फिर इधर कर्नाटक साइड के जो temples थे वो चोलास के अंडर में बने थे. Now the Pallava rulers were great builders of temples. The King Mahendra patronized the Jaina shrines and rock cut temples. The famous Kailashnath temple of Kanchi was built by Narasimhavarman II. The Mukteshwar temple, the Matungeshwar temple and Veda Malleshwara temple of Kanchi belong to Pallava period. Then Mahendravarman I laid the foundation of Mahabalipuram. Now Mahabalipuram एक जगह है साउथ इंडिया में जहाँ पर there is a series of temples. There are almost 50 temples in that area. Now which is basically the birthplace of South India's architecture and structure. The Narasimha Varman gave a fresh touch to Mahabalipuram. He constructed a number of shrines and rock cut temples dedicated to Vaishnavism. There was a regular evolution of Pallava art and architecture of different style in different phase. So this is the photograph of Kailashnath temple of Kanchi. So this is also quite ornate, well constructed and artistic. So, alarm band kar. And this is the Mukteshwar temple. तो ये टेम्पल्स में बेसिकली कुछ ज़्यादा चेंज आया नहीं ओवर द इयर्स, दो दे वर बिल्ट फॉर मोर देन 1000-1200-1300 इयर्स अगो. उसका रीज़न ये है कि वो रॉक से बने हुए, सिर्फ थोड़ा बहुत इरोजन हुआ होगा उन रॉक्स का, बट अदरवाइज कंस्ट्रक्शन को कुछ नहीं हुआ. एंड दे आर लाइकली टू सर्वाइव फॉर अनदर थाउजेंड्स ऑफ इयर्स, जो देख के लग रहा है. ठीक है, देन कम्स द चोला डायनेस्टी. तो अभी ये जो चोला डायनेस्टी है इसके बारे में हम अभी नहीं करेंगे. उसका रीजन ये है कि ये मेडिवल इंडिया का पीरियड आता है, सी 993 ऑनवर्ड्स until 1025 AD तक. तो ये this comes under medieval India, so we will do it when we will do medieval India. Okay, so we will stop here and we'll continue from tomorrow. Okay, thank you very much.